Greetings, friends, and welcome to another episode of The Mistake Zone, your weekly dose of our lives and the mistakes within them. My name is Jaren Wade, and joining me this week, the Adobois. First up, one of my best friends in the whole wide world, Matt Alba. Hey, Matt.
Yo.
How are you doing?
Yo, I'm doing good.
Matt, that's great. Also joining us, another one of the Adobois, Julian. Hey, Julian.
Hey, what's up?
How are you doing?
Yeah, doing pretty good.
And finally, the last member of the Adobois, Mark. Hey, Mark.
Hey.
How are you doing?
I'm doing all right.
Not good enough for me, Mark. But hopefully, since we're recording once again really early, especially early for you, considering time zone.
I mean, it's only 1 hour. It's not that big of a deal.
It's an important hour. It's an important hour.
You can do a lot in 1 hour. Boys, as we're gathered here today, I've been watching a lot of YouTube shorts because I like to continuously rot my brain. And one thing that usually comes up on my algo is, I think they're a spinoff of BuzzFeed, but it's A-pop. And sometimes they do, depending on who their guest is, they do a this or that with usually the guest or whoever they're interviewing, the comfort dishes or the main dishes of their background ethnicity. So, boys, since the Adobois have come together here on the Mistake Zone this week, Matt, Julian, Mark, should we steal their Filipino dish, this or that, and see where the Mistake Zone lands?
Sure.
Ooh, okay.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Okay. This or that, question one, or I guess round one. Boys, lumpia or chicharron?
Oh,
okay.
Man, starting off.
I thought you were gonna start with like a with a softball one. Out of the gate, like swinging.
Man, I think
So we're at the fam jam. Where the titas have told us to go to the table, and we're starting off. We got our plates. Is it lumpia or chicharron first?
But I feel like those are for two separate things, right? Like lumpia is like for a meal. Chicharron's like you're snacking.
Okay.
I guess. Or like a topper for something. Yeah.
Yeah.
So like I don't know, lumpia's more hearty in my opinion. I'm going with
I'd go for lumpia too.
Okay.
Yeah, I hate to lose chicharron, but like I would hate more to lose lumpia.
Yeah,
okay.
That's fair.
Boys, this is a gauntlet. I too agree with lumpia. But okay, moving down the dining room table. Lumpia or pancit palabok?
I'm not gonna lie. Lumpia.
Yeah.
I'd go for palabok. I love palabok.
Okay.
But without the chicharron,
I love lumpia
like
too
the
much.
The palabok.
Yeah, there's chicharron on palabok, so
Yeah,
that's true. Oh wait, you said palabok. Oh, I thought you said pancit. Yeah. Okay, never mind. I take my lumpia back.
Right? You see, like I
don't
know. I prefer palabok over like regular pancit too.
Yeah, palabok's real good,
especially if it's made right.
It's got shrimp.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I think the Google AI transcribed this wrong. So yeah. What's the consensus? Are we going lumpia or are we going palabok?
It sounds like it's 2 to 1. So I guess we're going palabok here.
Yeah.
Okay.
I coat turned tail there on the last bit.
I love me some lumpia. But it I'm just the judge here. Okay. Palabok or pancit canton?
I'd still go with palabok too.
Yeah, same.
Okay. Really?
Yeah.
I love me some pancit though.
It's got shrimp.
Yeah.
It's got, you can put lemon on it.
Yeah.
It's got like bits of chicharron.
Yeah. I love the
Fair.
smoothie, like the creaminess of it.
Yeah. Oh man.
Fair. I don't know, boys. Palabok used to be one of my favorites growing up, but I don't know. I've kind of shied away from it. But
I get pancit, but like pancit's such a default, right? Like it's like
that's fair.
it's there. It's good, but like if there's better choices, I'm gonna pick the better choices.
Fair. Okay. Palabok or chicken adobo?
I think I'm gonna go palabok here.
Yeah.
I'd still go for Palabok, yeah.
See, actually, guys, am I in a safe space? Because honestly,
Probably not.
I know this might be sacrilegious, guys. I don't actually like adobo.
Same.
It's okay. Like I think it's a default one, and also for me, chicken adobo isn't my favorite meat adobo.
Yeah, I prefer the pork,
fair.
the pork belly.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah.
Pork beer adobo, I would take over chicken adobo for sure. Okay, Palabok's still on top. Boys, Palabok or pork sisig?
Pork sisig is just fancy chicharron. I would personally go the sisig. I think.
I'd still do Palabok.
Yeah.
Damn.
Jaren, I'm gonna be honest with you. My
Not if I was in the
palate
ring.
for Filipino.
Not if I was in the ring with you, I would fight for C6. So, like, I would stop recording right now.
Oh man.
My palate for Filipino food is pretty like, I don't know. Like I only really like the popular, like mainstream. Like unless you're gonna throw in like a Jollibee like chicken thing here.
Nah, unfortunately.
I think I'm gonna keep going Palabok.
Okay, we'll see.
There are a few dishes
I love
that
me
I
some
would
sisig.
choose over Palabok. So I'm wondering.
Oh, we
yeah.
still have a few more rounds, Mark.
Okay.
We still have a
Maybe
few
like
more
Filipino
rounds.
spaghetti or something, but
I love me sisig. I don't know. That's one of which speaks vastness of my big backness, but I love me a good sisig as a comfort food.
No, I do love sisig too.
The boys,
I don't
yeah.
know.
Okay. So Palabok's still on top for now, but next round, Palabok or Kari Kari?
Kare kare, 100%.
bro, you know what I'm gonna say.
Yeah, I prefer kare kare. I think Julian doesn't like it though.
No.
Yeah.
I love kare kare. Probably one of
I
my
love
favorite
kare
Filipino
kare.
foods.
Yeah. Same.
Dang.
It's up there. It's like my top two. It's
Yeah.
my top two, to be honest. Like that and like
Oh, man.
sisig. And then lumpia for my top three. But almost to the almost done. I don't know why it usually goes this direction, but Kari Kari versus Halo Halo.
Oh.
Hello.
I'd still go for kare kare.
Yeah, same. Mark, I'm glad you like kare kare because I knew going into this Julian doesn't like it. So... Oh man, I'm glad you're on the right side of history.
I'm not a big fan of like peanut flavored stuff.
Oh, I love the peanut flavor. I love the peanut
Same.
flavors.
And I love
so
it when
much.
it's paired with the shrimp paste. I don't know.
But like hello has like
Oh,
I
man.
don't know. There's some like really random stuff in hello, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, speaking about random stuff on Halo Halo, boys, Kari Kari or Lychee Flan?
Oh, okay. This is harder.
Okay, I
Leche
think
flan for sure.
a good leche plan for me, I think beats out a kare kare for me. But I think leche plan has such a big swing on if it's gonna be good or not.
Yeah, like you can either use like all of the egg or like just the yellow or just the yolk or just the whites. Depends. But it has to be like the right balance.
What makes a leche
Yeah.
flan good though? Is it a consistency thing or a taste thing? for you?
It's both for me.
Yeah, it can be
There's-
both. Sometimes people like
Yeah.
burn the sugar, like they don't do a good job. Like
Yeah, it
Yes.
does it too
Yeah,
much.
yeah.
Or
I still go for kare kare
for me-
personally.
Uh,
Sorry, Matt.
I don't know.
You
I
got-
think
you
the
got tiebreaker.
the best leche flan for me is better than like I think the best kare kare for me. Just because I have it so rarely.
That's fair.
Fair. Okay.
Hmm.
So Lychee Flan. Okay, boys, final round. I don't know why this is always the final round, because I feel like it goes from like food, dessert, and then to the final round. Lychee Flan versus Synagogue.
Oh, synagogue.
No. Yeah, that's tricky.
I think I should I think I should team leche flan.
Yeah, I'm gonna join Matt on Team Leche Flan.
Oh
Yeah.
no!
Oh no.
Synagogue's good, but like I don't know.
No, I would have
Like
picked
I
kare
can,
kare
have
I
over
can have
synagogue. I
Leche
think.
Flan whenever.
And I guess the Google algo is kind of weird. So the final round. So we have Lychee Flan versus, of course, Lechon.
Oh, Lechon. Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course.
Which is just really fancy chicharron.
It all full circle, boy. Full
Man.
circle. Julian, I know you're out on the East Coast. Is there any Filipino spots near you?
They're mostly like fusion. Like fusion Filipino restaurants. Okay. So like there's like tacos that have lechon in it or something. Or like nachos that have like wonton. I'm not even sure. Wontons aren't even Filipino, so I'm not even sure what that's about. So
just super Asian fusion at that point.
Yeah, but most of there's no like full Filipino like restaurant.
And Mark, I know your area has a pretty good Filipino population, I believe.
Oh yeah, Winnipeg is a huge or heavily Filipino populated city. I was actually thinking of ordering Filipino food last night, but I did not.
Okay.
Ooh.
Well, this might be a sign, Mark. This might be a sign. Mark, if afterwards, after the recording, build up an appetite because we got you up early, probably no breakfast. What are you ordering from that Filipino spot? Are you ordering lechon because it won the gauntlet?
So one of the other dishes that probably would have won out for me is like longanisa or tocino or like Filipino breakfast in general. So
yeah, Filipino breakfast is pretty good.
If I were to order from the spot that I was thinking of ordering from, they make like this dish where they take everything like longanisa, tocino, egg, and beef tapa, and then they mix it all into like a fried rice. It's actually it's amazing. I'm sure it's terrible for your health, but
oh yeah,
it's so good.
Guys, are you guys team longanisa or team tocino?
Longanisa.
Longanisa for me.
I can't choose. I love both.
Ooh. I'm team tocino.
Actually, Mark brought up a good point, boys. Before we move on, we ran the gauntlet, but if you could enter one more entry into the this or that round, or just Coliseum in general, which missing Filipino dish would you add? Starting with you, Mark.
So probably the only other thing that could beat out Palabok or kare kare for me is dinuguan. And I know that's not a popular thing with people, but I love it.
Yeah,
that's fair.
Yeah,
that's fair.
Dinuguan's like really, really strong for me.
I think a good one would be really strong for me. But again, it's like you said, depending on where you go. Boys, sometimes I'll go to a random Filipino spot, and like, of course, there's like that home cook bias where like everything your parents made or everything you ate growing up probably is better than what you could get just at a local spot. But man, sometimes it doesn't hit, and I get real sad. Matt, was there any dishes that you thought were missing from their gauntlet?
I don't know. Like, okay, I kind of agree that like I probably also would have picked like dinuguan if it was there, but like I'm thinking of something like like turon or like panisal or stuff like that. But I don't think that those particularly would win. Those would be ones that kind of just get like shoved aside for others.
Fair. Fair. I mean, the highs are high. The highs that are high are already in the format.
Bicol Express.
That's fair. Julian, is there anything you thought was missing, or do you think everything's well represented here?
No, I'm surprised barbecue skewers didn't get mentioned. That's usually like a steak.
That's
true.
Yeah.
That's like at the what was the one near St. Joe's that we?
Oh, Asian flavor.
And then you can get like a barbecue skewer for like $1 back.
$1?
Damn.
Man.
Wow.
Yeah, now they're like $5 this year.
Yeah.
Mark,
inflation.
Mark, this was like 15 years ago. 15 close to 20 years ago.
It hurts.
That's crazy.
Oh, man.
Everything is sad. But boys, I'm glad that we're here to talk about food, which I am now hungry. But boys, something happened this week, a press event of sorts. Bad things happened this week, probably. Everything's bad. But, we got to find some joy here on the Mistake Zone. And, boys, sometimes I feel like the Sony pony bias isn't really as strong on the Mistake Zone. So We're gonna pony up today. We're gonna pony up today because there was a PlayStation State of Play earlier this week. And if I had to be 100% honest, I think this was a pretty big State of Play where I think in years past, this could probably, maybe not on the scale of an E3 presser, but I think this would be fully justified as a current, I don't know, Summer Games Fest time, not E3 sort like level of presentation, just because I feel like there's a lot of things here. And we're just going to go down the list of announcements, see what we're feeling, see if it caught our attention, because boys, there was some updates to our Fantasy Critic League this week, which we'll get to at the end of the episode. But starting off, first announcement right off the bat, we have the sequel to 2021's Kenna Bridge of Spirits with Kenna Scars of Kosmora. This is the follow-up again to Bridge of Spirits, and the trailer showed some gameplay and combat traversal, and this is scheduled for the PlayStation 5 and PC sometime this year in 2026. To be honest, I honestly thought this was another game at first, because I don't remember Kenna Bridge of Spirits. I think this was one of those games that came out during that COVID era where everything's just a blur, and I associate that with playing Animal Crossing. But Mark, Julian, Matt, was the original Kenna on your radar, or did you play it? And is Scars of Kosmora doing anything for you?
I thought it was for some reason, I don't know why, but for some reason I associated this series with like Microsoft.
Yeah,
and then
there's
same.
Yeah, I didn't know which dev did this.
Yeah, I thought it because I don't know, it felt like a early like Rareware game when they were working with like Xbox, I guess.
Yeah.
But
boys, I know exactly where you're coming from, just because you're thinking of that other Xbox.
There wasn't
literally.
Yeah, it was not like
It's not
Cameo
part of
or
the-
something.
Yeah, it was Cameo.
Okay.
Boys, are we just falling victim to games that start with the letter K?
Oh man, when we playing Knack, boys.
oh, Cameo.
But
That does exist. I totally forgot about that game.
I mean,
Yeah.
okay. So I remember for like the original game, I was like actually like really interested in playing it, and then I never knew it came out. So when I saw this trailer on State of Play, I thought, oh, they're finally taking it out of dev hell. And then they mentioned during the trailer, oh yeah, it's a sequel to our game from like 2021 or whatever year they said. I was like, oh damn. So I looked on Steam and it's on sale, so I'm probably gonna buy it.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought it was it's a Souls-like, isn't it? I thought it was a Zelda-like, and then I looked at the,
I think it's more so a
page.
Zelda-like than a Souls-like.
Mhm.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, I think
maybe
it's a
I'll play it.
Zelda like.
Where it looks nice. Again, not necessarily my thing, but it looks pretty cool. It's one of those things when a sequel to a game's announced, I always feel like, man, I should probably go back and try the original. And I think about that and then go, no, probably shouldn't. Was not enough time, but this still looked fun. Moving on, we got, of course, the multiplayer pseudo expansion, the DLC for Ghosts of Yotei with Ghosts of Yotei Legends. The first expansion will come March 10th as a free download for owners of the game. Mark, I know, I'm sorry, this brings back some sore spots from the Fantasy Critic League last year. But was just Ghosts of Yotei in general something you got your hands on within the last year?
No, I didn't. I really do want to play it though. So seeing the expansion, like it looks interesting. It's not my type of game though, but I mean it's free, so I can't really complain.
Free if you own the game. It's DLC, so
Yeah,
the
right,
multiplayer DLC.
Yeah.
Where I don't know. I know when we were seeing this, Julian, we talked about how we want to play this game, but we, of course, not PS5 owners at the moment. So
Yeah. So PC release whenever that's out.
Is Yotei on
I'll probably get around to
PC
it.
right now or no?
No, not yet.
No.
Oh, okay.
Where Julian, did you play Ghost of Tsushima?
I did. I really liked it. So I'm actually like looking forward to Yotei, but the Tsushima took like a long time to come out on PC. Because usually there's like a 1 year gap for between like PS5 release, Sony release to PC release. But I think Tsushima like took way longer than that. So I don't know. I'm hoping that won't be the case for Yotei, but it might. There might just be something weird with that series versus like the other series' PS5 exclusives. But yeah, hopefully it comes out soon.
Well, we're actually that kind of relates to the next announcement, which was Death Stranding 2 on the beach, it had its PC port confirmed with upscaling and frame generation, DualSense support, and more. The PC version will launch March 19th. Of course, the original PS5 version launched June 26, 2005, so less than a year. And I think this should be of note that Sony Interactive Entertainment directly publishes this game. So for Sony to publish Death Stranding on the PC less than a year than it was released, I'm hoping that gives us hope, Julian and everyone else, for Ghosts of Yotei to come to PC. But Matt, did you play the original Death Stranding?
I played it for a bit and I didn't like it.
Okay.
But Jaren, after going through, Enfield, I am more interested in Death Stranding 2 now.
Matt, is Enfield a Strand game?
Enfield is surprisingly a Strand type game, and that makes me interested in Strand type series, Death Stranding.
Matt, I feel like the gacha apocalypse is strong. I know we said we would keep it for this week, but maybe we'll bully Rakushin too, sitting through 2 hours of us talking about gacha talk next week as well, because Enfield is still something I'm curious about and if I should jump into. Similar to Death Stranding 2, Matt, is Pekora enough to get you to check out Death Stranding 2?
I mean, I guess it is, yeah. I guess she is. I actually was very surprised that they put it in the state of play that, hey, we're giving this a PC release, but I didn't know that they were going to be the ones, Sony was going to be the ones publishing it. And since it's going to have DualSense support, I feel like I should finally buy like a DualSense controller for me to use on PC.
Are you going to find one of those anniversary editions that look like a PS1 controller?
I'm probably going to try to find one of those.
Okay. But moving on, next game from Bad Robot Games, we do have For Loop. Introduce new gameplay, and this is that co-op action roguelite. I don't know if this is doing it. Boys, you know how much I love me a good roguelite game. I don't know if For Loop is doing anything for me. Matt, does For Loop do anything for you?
It interests me a little bit. Like, this does look like something I would try with like my shooter roguelike friend group, and but this also like it's gonna be like a $90 game, and I don't wanna go in on it at like $90. So for me, I think this really depends on the price point.
Right. A playtest was also confirmed for the near future, so hopefully we'll get some good hands-on impressions of that. Moving up, we got the small Capcom block, which I feel like both these games have been shown to varying degrees. First up, of course, is Pragmata. A new story trailer was shown off. And of course, this is confirmed to launch on April 24th. A playable demo is available now, which I haven't tried. But Julian, is Pragmata on your radar?
I don't know. I think the concept of it being a shooter plus like there's that idea of having to do puzzles in the middle. I haven't tried it. I should probably try the demo, but that concept to me kind of like slows down the action. So I'm like, is that really something I'd want in an action game? So it's kind of like tricky.
I'm curious to see how it will go. And of course, I still don't know where the whole concept of this is a secret Mega Man game has come from, but I think that would still be a good goof. Mark, over under, is there going to be an unlockable Mega Man helmet in this game?
I can see it. I mean, Capcom loves to do their cross-promotion stuff, right? And Mega,
right.
Yeah, Dead Rising had like a ton of Mega Man.
Okay.
Sorry, I take that back. Is the Mega Man helmet going to be unlockable or a paid DLC cosmetic?
Paid DLC. Oh, sorry.
Oh yeah, paid DLC, of course. But like, okay, I guess I have a question for you guys for the Mega Man unlockable. Usually, if or the way I'm seeing it, I guess, is that the Mega Man unlockable will be like the suit, but do you think the suit's gonna go on the girl or the dude?
The girl would probably get
roll costume
right?
for girl, of course.
Yeah. True. I was just thinking because she's blue, she'll wear the Mega Man costume.
That's a good point.
That's true.
Boys, will the girl have the Mega Man costume and the Robot Man, who's actually a man and not really a robot? The girl's the robot, the man's the man. Will he have the role inspired outfit?
I think if the girl is Mega Man, the guy will be like Gutsman or something.
That's a good
But I don't know if Gutsman has
That's a
enough
good
play.
point.
The human man's in white. He might be like Dr. Wily. Or, wait, no, Dr. Wily's the enemy.
Yeah,
right?
that was.
I can't remember Mega Man anymore. It's been like
Dr.
years.
Light. Dr. Light.
Dr. Light,
Yeah.
that's it.
Right.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Oh, what if he has a mustache or a beard on his helmet? That'd be nice. we need more facial hair, like fake facial hair on helmets in 2026. Let's make it happen. We also got another trailer. I feel like we have so many trailers for Resident Evil Requiem, which still launches at the end of the month. New story trailer. And Julian, I feel like this game is known quantities at this point, but did the tease of the Raccoon City Police Department at the end of the trailer do anything for you?
I'm more surprised that it's still standing. I was under the impression that entire place got nuked at the end of Resident Evil 2. But yeah, I figured like if they're gonna bring back Leon, they're gonna bring back the police station, which I assume kind of pseudo confirms in a storytelling perspective that he's probably going to die at the end of this game, with the whole like bringing him back where he started kind of situation.
Right. Leon deserves to rest.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, he has like a virus thing going on, right? I think they revealed in this particular trailer, like he took off his glove and there was something going on. So it's not looking good for our boy Leon, but we'll see.
Actually, when it comes to Resident Evil Requiem discourse, I've heard and seen a lot of people bring up this is probably going to be the better Resident Evil 6. Julian, do you have any affinity for Resident Evil 6?
Yeah, but in like the wrong way, I guess. like I appreciate Resident Evil 6 as like I appreciate Fast and the Furious. It's
right.
it's like schlocky action. Like it's if you sit me down and ask me if it's good, like no. But is it like good in like a really schlocky, like fun way? Then yeah. Like the gameplay is hilarious, like being able to dodge and like roll around the ground. There's like action stuff you can do in that game that they haven't really taken to other Resident Evils. And I totally understand the need to like reset the entire franchise after that game with 7, because 6 was just like ridiculous. I mean 5 was already like pretty crazy with like the boulder punching, but like 6 kind of went over that. So hopefully they're kind of finding a balance. I'm not sure if it'll make sense because they're trying to do the gray sections. I assume will be the more standard Resident Evil survival horror fare, and then the Leon sections will be the action heavy stuff. Which hopefully will work well because like 7 they tried to go back to survival horror, but then 8 with Village they immediately went back to like action. So hopefully now they'll kind of strike a nice balance.
From what I've been hearing from all the different impressions, I think one thing that has been talked about really positively about Requiem so far is that with the gray sections, it's that, as you said, the classic Resident Evil survival horror, similar to Resident Evil 7, and it just builds up all this tension. And when you immediately switch to the more action-oriented Leon parts, that's where you're able to release all that tension. And it seems to be, from what all the previews are saying, a good back and forth dynamic that complements each other. So I'm really curious to see how this will be overall. But Julian, you opened the floodgates. You mentioned Fast and Furious. So I have to ask everyone on call, why hasn't Fast Forever come out yet?
Oh man, Jared, I thought you were about to say like they announced the release date for it, and I was really, really hyped.
I feel like every time wasn't Fast X supposed to come out like 2024, and then for some reason now it has a 2028 release frame? Mark, why isn't this movie coming out? And will this movie be good? Good quotation marks.
Yes, I think it's coming out in like March 2028, which is still far away.
Oh.
And I don't know what the reason is. Like I'm
2028.
Yeah, I'm sure it's a combination of like budget and like filming and the whole beef between Vin Diesel and The Rock. But like I don't know. They're just taking their time with it.
Wasn't the last one supposed to be like part 1, part 2?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Okay, that's crazy. Because you'd think if it's a part 1, part 2 situation, they would have filmed them like at the same time with a lot of movies that kind of do that.
I don't know, man.
Spider-Verse someday, you guys. Spider-Verse someday.
I'm so sad Spider-Verse isn't out yet.
That's right.
Where, I don't know, we talked about this with Demon Slayer Infinity Castle, but the fact that all these movies are coming out in parts and just development cycles are getting longer and longer, not only for film production, but games in general. Like, boys, we live in a world where the next mainline Fallout won't be out until the next mainline Elder Scrolls, and chances are that Elder Scrolls game isn't coming out like in the foreseeable future.
Yeah.
How does it feel that all the next big installments to games potentially have a 30 as a tentative release date?
Oh man.
Julian, how much does your tummy hurt right now?
I mean, like, if the next Fallout game even comes out in my lifetime, like the next one that comes out might possibly be like the last one I ever play. Thinking about
I'm
it.
sad now. I'm sad. Legacy of Kain Defiance Remastered, coming to the PS4 and PS5 March 3rd. But boys, let's get to it. One of the biggest surprises to me for this showcase, of course, there's a new update to the latest Dead or Alive game, Dead or Alive 6 Last Round. That will launch June 25th. There's also going to be a free-to-play version. But Mark, let's get into it. A teaser for the new Dead or Alive project coming in celebration of the series' 30th anniversary. We got to see Ryu. We got to see... I know GameSpot here says, quote-unquote, unnamed female warrior, but... Mark,
What?
How do you feel about Dead or Alive coming back?
I mean, I always welcome fighting games to come back. It's actually, I mean, I was looking at it this year. There's a lot of fighting games actually coming out in 2026.
Where would you rank Dead or Alive on like the pantheon?
On the pantheon? Oh man.
Of like fighting
let's
games.
see.
Would you say like rated high or kind of like in the middle?
I'd probably say it's like high middle. At least for me. I know a lot of people love the game and like how technical it is, but I know a lot of people also like it.
Is it technical?
A little bit,
Yeah, like when I think about fighting games, I can't picture a Dead or Alive like fight in my head. Like I can picture like a Street Fighter one, like Marvel, like Soul Calibur, or whatever.
Maybe I made this up, but like I just remember like countering, just spamming counters.
It's really counter heavy.
Yeah.
Back when I sort of played Dead or Alive 5. But honestly, in 2026, my affinity for Dead or Alive is to the beach volleyball.
Yeah, give me another beach
realm.
volleyball game. That'd be great.
I was honestly expecting this to be like beach volleyball or paradise like game.
Wasn't there like one that released last year?
Yeah,
Like Prism.
I tried to.
I think that's like some free to play game. With
I tried to draft it, but it didn't have an English release, so I couldn't.
Oh.
Oh man.
But yeah, new Dead or Alive. Mark, do you have any affinity for any Dead or Alive characters in all that you hope to come back for the 30 or the next installment?
Not really. I wasn't a huge fan of Dead or Alive. But it looks like all the characters that I know are there. So, I don't know.
Zach was in the trailer. That's all we need.
Bring back the Lady Spartan. Moving on, Remedy, we got to see a more in-depth look at Control Resonant. This is, of course, the melee-focused. Really looks like a character action game. And I'm really curious to see how, since this does seem to take place in an alternate version of New York, where the levels are more, I would think more urban, more open. Not really sure, but if the same kind of vibe and just overall feel of the original Control, since it was in a more confined location throughout the game, if that would have any. I want to see its take on a city. But Julian, does this do anything for you based on what you've seen?
Yeah, I love the original Control. I like the Remedy verse in general. Like the Alan Wake 2 was the one that came out. I highly rated it. Control, the first one was great. There's a segment in Control that a lot of people really loved, like the near the end, the ashtray maze, where the rooms were like shifting and like it looks like they're kind of taking kind of like that concept and kind of turning that into what they're gonna do at Resonant with all the shifting buildings and kind of like being able to jump and attach to the gravity, use gravity, kind of change it and attach to like walls and stuff. Yeah, I thought this game was gonna be pretty far off, like because I know like Remedy said it was gonna come out 2026, but I was like, I don't know. That seems like a pretty ambitious, based on kind of like when they release their games. But they released some gameplay during the state of play, and it looks pretty like they showed a lot more than what when they announced it. So I was like, okay, maybe it is a 2026 release.
Was the original Control this actiony looking? Because when I like picture Control in my head, I picture it a lot slower than what Resonant looked like.
Yeah, like original Control. I mean, like if you watch the trailers and your gameplay, they really do like kind of just like I imagine if you're picturing Control, you're picturing a lot of like Jesse, like the main character, like flying and stuff. That's kind of what they kind of like leaned into in the marketing. But if you're actually playing the game, it's a shooter. So this one is more melee focused. The original was more of a shooter.
Yeah.
And it is kind of like it was closer to Doom than like more modern shooters where it's like you're having to move a lot because you're not really hiding behind walls or like taking cover and control. You're kind of having to move and use powers, and that's why they give you a lot of like mobility movements, like the flying and like the dodging.
I see.
Yeah, so it is more of a like a fast-paced shooter. I'm curious though how they're gonna turn that, because this one does seem to be melee focused, and I know a lot of people are speculating that this might be a dual protagonist situation, but they're not showing. Because in Resident, you're playing as the brother, which was the antagonist. Dylan. Yeah, Dylan, antagonist in the first Control. And so far they haven't shown Jesse outside of kind of like the first trailer. So a lot of people are speculating this may or may not be a dual protagonist situation, because Alan Wake 2 was a dual protagonist game. So they might bring back Jesse. I mean, hopefully they do. I love Jesse as a main character. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Honestly, I feel like since they did lean really heavily on the character action aspect of Control Resonant, and the fact that Dylan is looking for Jesse as a central plot point, I feel like we either see a playable Jesse at the very least in the form of a DLC expansion, or this probably leads into the next Control game being the dual protagonist, switch between the two, have one more, similar to Resident Evil, one melee focused one shooter focused portion, and then maybe some weird co-op blend between the two. Not weird, but an interesting co-op blend between the two, where I guess they can show Jesse at some point, but I don't know. Part of me feels like if you go all in on the character action motif, might have to stick the landing for that, but that's kind of just me. Matt, does this do anything for you?
Yeah, this trailer actually did a lot for me. I was pretty uninterested in this series until I watched like this particular trailer, cause I don't know, the aesthetic is not the same, but the way that the kind of character moves and the way they kind of attack and kind of like just like general gameplay style of this reminded me so much of Prototype from the Xbox 360.
Right.
Yeah.
That I was like, oh shit, I think I might be in for this.
Okay. Do you think you'll go check out the first Control beforehand? I'm pretty sure that's been given away on Epic.
Yeah, I think I have it on Epic. I should probably I should probably play that.
Okay. But yeah, Control Resonance scheduled for sometime this year. moving on, we did see some Crimson Moon, which I thought was a Darksiders game. And we got another look at Beast of Reincarnation. We got a deeper dive at the developer direct last month, but we did get the release date confirmed for August 4th this year. Mark, is Beast of Reincarnation on your radar?
You know what? Kinda. I think it looks really good. But it also baffles me that it can look this good while the Pokemon mainland games look like what they do now.
I don't trust it.
But yeah, no, I I think it looks great.
Man.
It's not, I don't know if it's something I'd put on my fantasy critic, but it's something that I would want to play just out of like sheer curiosity.
Sam, I don't trust it, you guys. Something like just it being branded with Game Freak makes me like, oh, is this gonna work? Oh man,
we have to believe. But August 4th, I think that's going to be a pretty tight window. But I'm still really curious to see this.
Basically,
everything you've shown so far.
August 4th.
What's up?
Did you say August 4th?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'd have 2 days to play it if I get it on launch. Got it.
Okay. Yeah, I think everything, like stylistically, just even the traversal and having the plants kind of boost you up when you do a double jump or something, that looks really nice. Combat looks cool. I do like the portions where it can be active, but then similar to the latest Final Fantasies or the 7 remakes, and just pausing it to kind of issue commands to your dog companion. I think everything looks together, but yeah, unfortunately, when you see Game Freak, hopefully they're able to really spread their wings here, just because it seems like they're under distress every time a new Pokemon game comes out. But looking forward to it. Julian, is this something you'll check out in August?
I don't know. I don't really think so, personally. It's like a Monster Hunter like type game, right? Or at least that's kind of what it
looks like a character action to me. But...
yeah.
Okay. I want to believe in Game Freak toys, hopefully. We saw some Rayman 30th Anniversary Edition, and guys, we saw an update to Mina the Hollower.
Sorry, hang on.
What's up?
Just one thing before we move away from the Rayman thing. I just want to say really quickly, I really like that in this PlayStation State of Play that they like didn't blur or really, I guess they had kind of obscured that the Rayman 30th anniversary like emulation was being played on Game Boy like Advance and Game Boy Color like borders. And I don't know, I thought that was really good.
Good goof. But yeah, Mina the Hollower. Release window updated to spring 2026. I know Yacht Club did go out and say that, they're just waiting for all the certs to come through before they announce a solid release date. But there's going to be a PS5 exclusive demo confirmed it did launch already, I believe. And Julian, is this on your radar?
Yeah, 100%. It's so on my radar that I put it on my fantasy critic.
Once again, Julian spoiling the end segment of the episode. Needless to say, Julian, do you believe?
I believe. I mean, I won last year because Mina the Hollower didn't come out, so it only makes sense that I'm going to win this year because it does come out.
I really hope that it kind of fixes a lot of the control issues that early Zelda games have, because I've been playing a few of, like, kind of like messing around with a few of them on what do you call it? Just like on emulators and stuff, and man, the controls on there were very limited, especially I forgot how limited they were, especially when you consider like how many items you have to juggle in Zelda games.
Right.
Like Jump had an item you had to assign. Yeah,
that was crazy.
In some of those Zelda games.
Oh man. We got Neva Prologue, confirmed to launch February 19th. Yako Shinobi Ops, game set to launch in 2027. And boys, if there was one Matt game for this whole show, I felt like the moment I saw Project Windless, I messaged Matt immediately saying, Matt, gotta check out the trailer at the very least. coming from Crafton, Montreal, third-person action game. Players will control a dual-wielding warrior chicken as he hacks and slashes through hordes of enemies. Was I right in my assessment that this is a
I think you were like 50% right, and okay. The theming is like totally where I live. This looks amazing, but it being like a Muso looking game is like makes me very hesitant. But I think for the theming, I might go in on this.
Okay. Looks nice. Boys, we should play more as buff chickens in games.
I love seeing the memes online where it's like, oh yeah, like the end game boss is going to be Peter Griffin.
That's going to be a mod.
I saw end game boss being Colonel Sanders, so I like to see where everything's coming through. We did see Star Wars Galactic Racer. Boys, this is Star Wars Burnout. And I was actually shocked at it. I know everyone assumed this would be a Star Wars Burnout, but seeing the actual gameplay was kind of floored at that. Julian, does this do anything for you, whether it be the Star Wars aspect or the Burnout aspect?
It looks great. It looks like I'm not sure if this is, at least this is what I'm picking up from the trailer, but it looks like it has a story mode aspect where you're playing a character and you're kind of racing. What I found funny about the trailer though is like at the last second of the trailer it kind of like zooms in on like an alien dude, like big-headed alien dude. And you guys know that whole joke about Star Wars, the whole like glup shitto like meme joke. So like Star Wars kind of has like because of the vast world of Star Wars, there are like a billion aliens, and people tend to kind of like have favorite like really obscure aliens. So, like, there's that joke on the internet where every time they release a Star Wars related media something, people will go online and say like, "Oh, my favorite like obscure alien is there," and then like the joke is the name because it's an alien, it's gonna have like a weird name. So like the joke is Glup Shitto. So I was like, the end of that trailer, it zooms in on this big-headed alien and pod racer, and I'm like, that's 100% like some dude's Glup Shitto. And I looked it up afterwards, and it totally was. It's like Ben something. He was like a pod racer from episode 1, I think. So I guess everyone's like real happy Ben's back. But anyways, that does look good. Hopefully it does have a nice story mode. I'm curious if you're going to be able to customize your character, because that character they kind of follow around is kind of just wearing a helmet.
Yeah, I thought there was a Helldiver, to be honest.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I'm looking forward to this. Where don't really have affinity for the N64 pod racer game, but you give me something that resembles Burnout in 2026. I think I'm for it. Mark, does this do anything for you?
Yeah, no, I'm actually really excited for it, especially as someone who loved the pod racer game on the N64. Although I will be honest, like I guess I looked away at the beginning of the trailer because when I first saw it, I thought it was going to be a new Wipeout game, which I was like, oh man, Wipeout. I love Wipeout. But then I saw, But regardless, I'm still super excited for the game. I think it looks really good.
Matt, did you play the pod racer game on the N64?
No, I only ever played it in the arcade.
Fancy.
Okay, wait. Did they say if this game is going to have a PC release? I want to play this on a HOTAS so badly.
I hope.
No.
I hope. No, actually,
man.
Boys, I just searched it. You can pre-order Star Wars Galactic Racer.
Oh, it's on Steam. Yeah.
On Steam.
Okay.
You can't pre-order it. You can add it to your wish list.
Okay. It's going to live there with my 350 other wish list games.
Yep. One day, Matt. One day.
The dev team is like Burnout devs, right? Or like former Burnout devs?
Former Fuse
and
Games.
Like Need for Speed.
Which... Burnout.
Okay.
Yes. UK-based studio, and veterans from Criterion Games, so the legacy is there. Moving on, we did see a trailer for 007 First Light. This is coming out May 27th. I know we've talked about this a lot on the pod. Julian, any additional thoughts on something we've talked about at length?
No, I don't know how this game is going to be, because like you think 007, you're thinking of like a story, right?
Yeah.
Like you're kind of thinking of like a story focused kind of game. But from IO, like everything they've done, like, and in terms of Hitman, has always kind of just been like this, like episodic, like open world. Here's a map, kind of like play around in that map.
Yep.
So I'm still curious how this game's gonna be. I hope it does well, because that'll be great for my fantasy league. But, the trailer itself I really like.
Okay. We did see Metal Gear Solid Master Collection Volume 2, and this will have Metal Gear Solid 4, and it will also include the PSP Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker. We did see its Metal Gear collaboration for the upcoming Octopus game Darwin's Paradox, and the Konami block continued with a new Castlevania in Belmont's Curse. This is in development at Motion Twin, which is the studio behind Dead Cells, and this is set to launch later this year. Matt, did Belmont's Curse do anything for you?
It looks fun, and it made me realize that for like the amount of Castlevania games that I played, I have no idea what the Castlevania lore is at all.
Right. It looks nice. I'm looking forward to it. I feel like this is more reminiscent of actually the anime. I'm not sure if it's a direct tie-in, but like just visually, it reminds me of the anime at least.
Oh yeah, that's why it looked familiar. I never thought of that.
Did you guys check out the anime?
I saw the first season.
I watched like the first season. Yeah.
Do you guys recommend or?
Yeah, I really like the first season.
Yeah, it's really good.
Okay. Maybe I'll check it out. And the Konami block continued with our first look at Silent Hill Townfall. I know there was also a direct afterwards. This is in collaboration with Annapurna Interactive and is scheduled to launch later this year. Julian, as my Silent Hill brother, what do you think of the F in Townfall being the same F stylized as Silent Hill F? And
is it?
Do you think
I didn't catch that?
Yeah. Well, I'm curious if they're just going to use that F.
Is that just going to be a thing going forward? Yeah, like everything now going forward is going to have an F.
Yep.
In some way.
But yeah, after last year's critically acclaimed Silent Hill F, Julian, does Townfall do anything for you?
I'm curious because it's always it's a Western-made Silent Hill, which is always kind of a toss-up. There's some good ones that I will say, like Shattered Memories. I'll kind of stand by that. But there are also some pretty like mid to really bad ones. So I'm hoping the big thing about this one is they're shifting to like I think a first person perspective from what they kind of showed in the trailer and in the I guess like the direct or whatever afterwards. So that'll be interesting. It's taken also place. I guess it'll be the first one to take place in like a European town, I think, as opposed to an American town. So it looks like they're kind of taking Silent Hill international at this point. So I don't know. I'm curious, and I Silent Hill for me is so much more just about the story, and they're kind of like hinting a lot of that. It looks like this might kind of have to do a lot with like a lot of the theming and the imagery in the trailer is really about like kind of like a town. I was gonna say Townfall. Or Town Falling, which I guess is the name. But like a kind of a town kind of like crumbling, whether that is because of leaders or whatever. And then it also kind of seems to direct heavily into the main character who seems to be sick, I guess, because there's a lot of like needle imagery and kind of like, so I'm curious, just like immediately just thinking about it, like from the trailer, there maybe is parallels between that idea of like a person maybe like being sick of a terminal illness and kind of like a town being sick maybe because of like the people in it or the leaders and like maybe not doing their job. So I'm thinking that's kind of where it's going for, but I guess we'll see when it fully comes out.
And this is being developed by Screen Burn, who also did 2019's Observation, so which I believe was well received. So I'm really curious to see how this unfolds. And I guess if we check it out, we'll record a spoiler cast after we record that Silent Hill Part 2 spoiler cast eventually. But
I will say last thing, they do seem to be doing the whole pyramid head thing, but not pyramid head, because there is like an axe head type monster that they're kind of showing.
Okay.
So at the very least, they got the memo to not use pyramid head, which is always nice.
For now, Julian. For now.
Yeah, for now.
Don't worry, we'll get that Silent Hill FDLC where Pyramid Head shows up. And to end off the Konami block, we did get a look at Rev Noir, a new anime-infused RPG. Matt, is this on your radar at all? Or is this... I don't know. Do you have a relationship with Konami RPGs?
Not really. I don't really have a relationship with them, but the gameplay that they showed in this has piqued my interest. Because it was showing a kind of like group fighting a single big monster type thing, and that's kind of the gameplay that I like. So if that was actually just like their normal gameplay and it wasn't like, you know, a boss fight, I'd be more interested in this game. Like I'm curious. It's on my radar, but I don't know if I'm gonna go in on it.
Alrighty, but Matt. Is the John Wick game announcement on your radar as well?
Of course not. Oh, man, of course not.
I thought this was going to be just the way the melee looked in the cinematic trailer. I thought this would be something similar to Seafood from Slow Clap, but I guess this is just coming from Saber Interactive. Mark, did the John Wick announcement do anything for you?
I mean, I love the John Wick movies. Game wise, though, I don't know. Like it looks cool, but I looked up the developer and I don't have the greatest faith. But I don't know.
Okay,
I'm sure it'll look fine, but to me, I don't know. It just seems like another licensed game that I couldn't care less about.
I know had John Wick Hex. You know, that was a more isometric game, and I think similar to Fights in Tight Spaces, or kind of similar in that vein, but I don't think that hit well either, so I'm hoping, but who knows? Maybe the John Wick series does lend itself better to movies, but, you know, here's hoping. We also got a new trailer for Marathon, game set to launch on March 5th. There's going to be a Server Slam preview set for the 26th. Julian, as someone who has Arc rated recently, is a Marathon on your radar at all?
Yeah, I'm curious because I know they said it is going to be an extraction shooter, but I think a lot of it is definitely carried by it kind of has that unique style as opposed to Arc Raider, it seems it's a bit more of kind of like a grounded setting.
Yeah.
I don't know. Extraction shooters are fun, but like it's also like, I don't know, PvP, I guess with my advanced age at this point. The whole PvP aspect of it, like, I don't know, I kind of just want to be left alone sometimes. And then the PvP aspect is like, can get pretty frustrating. And I know that kind of makes me a mid gamer, but I don't know. Hopefully it's good. I'll try it. I mean, there's the Server Slam like soon, so I'll probably give it a shot, but we'll see.
Yeah, that Server Slam is like very close to the release date. I was surprised at that release date Server Slam kind of a date drop.
Yeah.
That is us. Yeah, just 3 to 8 days until its official launch. But Matt, aesthetically, gameplay, does this do anything for you?
Honestly, the aesthetic doesn't do much for me. I think the aesthetic's a little weird, but it is interesting to me. Like, I am not that interested in extraction shooters, kind of for like the same reasons as Julian, and also like I don't like dealing with the stress of, hey, should I trust this person that I'm randomly seeing or not? But like, kind of it having the pedigree of Bungie, like this is a Destiny ass like extraction shooter, and I'm really curious as to what they're going to do in that space, because like, to my knowledge, there isn't a big like character. Is there a big like character extraction type or hero extraction type game, or like, you know, one that has like such distinct, for lack of a better word here, like classes?
No, I don't believe so. Like, I mean, Arc Raiders just seems to be a, you know, Extraction asks Extraction. Same with Tarkov, where I don't think there's Julian. There's no hero abilities in Arc Raiders, correct?
No, you're just a dude.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Or
So I'm interested in seeing how that is going to play in this space, because extraction shooters tend to be, like Tarkov, they tend to be a lot more of a serious, I guess, or like grounded gameplay experience. And I'm just interested in seeing what Bungie is going to be doing in this space.
Yeah, I'm curious about it, where even with all the controversy and speculation, I still feel like this is getting a lot more hype, and I'm really curious just to see how it plays. So March 5th, that's less than a month away, with the server slam even less than that.
Oh man, I also feel like this could go totally sideways, man. Did anybody oh man, I guess we're going into spoilers. Did anybody put a bid on this? Is it too late?
No.
No
marathon bids.
This has such a dice roll on this. Oh man.
Yeah. It's like first person, right? It's
yes.
From the looks of it. Because I think like with I don't know, I feel like for me it's such a big thing for I like third person because I can kind of see the character, but it's switching to first person.
I deeply prefer first person.
Yeah,
the Bungie gunplay should be there at the very least. Excited, curious to see. We got another look at Saros coming out April 30th. But boys, we gotta get to the main event. We gotta get to the reason Mark got up this morning.
If I knew it was gonna be an hour and a half later, I would have just signed in.
But then you would have.
We got to get you talking about
Filipino food.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true. I needed to fight for Palabok.
But boy, speaking about fighting, Mark, Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls will launch August 6th. And we did get to see a new gameplay trailer that showed off the Unbreakable X-Men. X-Men will have 4 representatives in all. We did see Storm, who was already revealed, but we also got 3 more in Magic, Wolverine, and Danger. Before we get into the speculation for the rest of the characters, because of course this will launch with 20 characters, Mark, what did you think of how Storm, Magic, Wolverine, and Danger look like?
I mean, it's definitely a weird X-Men team, but I guess there have been weirder teams in the comics. But I mean, I think it's a good representation. Like you got 2 popular characters. Actually, I guess Magic's pretty popular too, but I guess she hasn't really hit that mainstream like Storm and Wolverine. And then you got that oddball character, which is such a weird pull from like the 2000s.
I'd never seen her before this.
Yeah, basically she's like the physical manifestation of the Danger Room.
Okay.
Yeah. Like she was hidden by like Xavier or something like that. I don't know. It's a weird story. It's also created by like the character is also created during Joss Whedon's run, so a lot of people tend to just skip that, especially with how Joss Whedon is now. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's a very interesting team. I'm surprised there's no other popular character, or like I'm surprised no other popular characters were picked, like Cyclops. But I mean, I guess you got to sell the DLC in the future, right? So. No, I think it's.
I'm also glad that they didn't.
Yeah.
I'm glad like they didn't do fully popular characters, because like when Marvel vs. Capcom 2 came out, like I had no idea who Shuma Gorath was, but like, and still kind of don't. I think he's like a Doctor Strange character, right? But like I don't know. I kind of like the strange, the pull, the obscure pull every now and then.
Yeah, no, I definitely like it too. But I think I don't know. I still feel like Danger's a weird pick, but I guess it makes sense because I think she is Shi'ar technology. In the beginning of the trailer, like when they showed the story bits, like it did say like Shi'ar Empire. So I assume she has a tie into that somehow.
And so Unbreakable X-Men, Storm looks great. Magic looks great. Fortnite's Magic looks great, might I add. And Wolverine, of course. But 20 characters at launch. We have our first full team of the X-Men. And the way the trailer framed it, it seemed like there will be 5 quote unquote factions or teams, with Storm being the leader or the front of the Unbreakable X-Men. And then if we look at the trailer, Storm is featured alongside Ghost Rider, Captain America, Spider-Man, and Doctor Doom. Mark, as of the four of us, you have the most comic knowledge, the most Marvel knowledge. If we're going to divvy up the roster into 5 different teams or 5 different factions, how do you feel like the rest of the 20 character roster will shape up, considering that we now have, I believe, what is it, 11 characters confirmed?
So we got the Unbreakable X-Men, which is weird because to my knowledge, I don't think there's an actual Unbreakable team, like in the comics.
It might be for this game.
Yeah, so I'm curious to see like how they do it for the other teams. Like with Captain America, Iron Man, you have the Avengers, like unless they, and then was it Spider-Man who was also featured as like a.
Yep. So
you got like
faction leaders, quote unquote.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Captain America, Storm, Spider-Man, Ghost Rider, and
Doctor Doom.
Doctor Doom, right. So with Spidey,
Miss Marvel.
Yeah, with Spidey, I think you got like the street level team or like the Defenders maybe. Because then you can put a wide variety of characters there. And then Ghost Rider, you potentially have like a Midnight Suns team. So you can get like Doctor Strange, Scarlet Witch, and all that.
Blade.
Yeah, Blade. That'd be great. And then Doctor Doom, I guess you have like a villains or like a Cabal team, which would be cool because then you can get like Emma Frost and like Magneto.
Namor?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Namor, maybe, yeah. So I think that's how they'd round it out. But I don't know where you'd put Star-Lord. I guess.
Yeah, I think
Guardians
that's the biggest
probably,
question.
right?
I guess
everyone has. Where's Star-Lord?
I guess you can put them in like the Defenders team or like Spidey's team.
They might do a space team because I know like Star-Lord.
Space Boys.
Yeah,
like
Super
space.
Surfer,
that's true.
Like maybe just do like a space idea.
That's true. I also saw like a Royals team, where they're all like kings or queens. So like I saw like a Doom, Black Panther, Star-Lord. Which would be pretty cool. Yeah, I don't know. I think that's how they'd shape it out. Miss Marvel, you'd probably put her on the Avengers team since she was the face of the Avengers game like a couple years back. I don't know.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I remember that game that everyone played.
Yeah, I'm really
they're gonna bring in Johnny O for sure.
Oh man.
But yeah, also announced there will be 4 characters for DLC as well. But yeah, this is coming out August 4th. But Mark, I know I asked you during our Fantasy Critic League, but now that we know Danger is on the roster, how many kind of left field characters do you think will be in the base roster?
I mean, considering it's like Arc system, I feel like they'd want to have at least 2 or 3 more. But then if you have 11 or 12 characters, I don't know if they want to do that. Like they still want to sell the game, right? So,
right.
Maybe I don't know.
Who would be your top obscure picks?
See, my obscure picks are all X-Men though, so I don't think they'd get in.
Oh.
But if they were non-X-Men, I'd probably go with like.
To be fair, there's also 4 DLC character slots too.
That's true. But I feel like for the first DLC, I feel like it's pretty like a good follow-up would be the Fantastic Four, but I don't know.
I was going to ask you, since we have 4 characters for DLC, do you think this would be a new quote-unquote faction or team, or do you think this is going to be
the thing, like,
kind of additions to?
Yeah, I don't know. That I don't know, because like if it is, then you got one team that doesn't have or that doesn't get a character, right? Because there's 5 teams.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Like I feel like for the first DLC, it'd be cool if they added a new team, but then they have like other teams based on who they've added. So like, sure, there's Fantastic Four, but you can also have Spidey in here because he was also a Fantastic Four character or like a part of the team before, like in the comics, right? Like, I think it'd be cool if they did that as well, where it's like they might not have a a Defenders team now, but then they might have it later when they
Right.
add like Iron Fist or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Or if they add more X-Men on the team, whatever. But yeah, to go back, in terms of obscure characters, I think it'd be pretty cool if instead of getting the Hulk, they got like Amadeus Cho, the smart Hulk, or like the younger
Right.
Hulk, and they can have like a champions team with like Miss Marvel and Spidey, and I don't know. They can bring also like the other younger team. That'd be pretty cool, I think.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But you got to have like the characters that sell.
Right, of
like
course.
I want to see Black Panther in there. Like I don't know. I want to see Doctor Strange.
Over and under on Luna Snow.
But yeah,
I mean, she's got a Fortnite
feel like
skin, right? So I think she has a good chance.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
She
I
does,
think
she does.
they're kind of marketing her a lot these days.
Yeah, they really are.
I don't know. I know for Marvel Rivals, what's her name? Elsa Bloodstone.
Oh yeah, Elsa Bloodstone.
Elsa
she
Bloodstone,
was.
yeah.
She was just announced for Rivals, and everyone was throwing her names for Tokon as well.
She'd be cool as like a Midnight
uh,
Suns rep. That'd be cool.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
But Matt, Julian, I know I didn't ask you guys when we talked about it during Fantasy Critic, but Matt, not sure if this is still in your wheelhouse, but are there any Marvel characters you would want to see, at least in the Tokon style, for the base roster or DLC?
I mean, specifically kind of in the Tokon style, I would really like to see Dr. Octopus.
Oh,
yeah.
that'd be a good one.
Because I feel like he
Yeah, that'd
could
be
like
cool.
look cool in this way, and
Yeah, that'd be
I
cool.
don't know. Also, I just feel like, I guess I'm just like very Spider-Man minded right now, but I feel like Black Cat fits into an anime aesthetic really easily.
Yeah,
100%.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Julian, same question. Any characters you would want to see in this game, or at least in the style?
I don't know. This is by Arc Systems, right?
Yep.
Or something. They made that
Yeah.
Persona 4 fighting.
Charlie Tanoku, let's go.
Let's do it. Because sometimes they brought the Persona characters in Blaze Blue or whatever. Or anyways, I don't know. Luna Snow is kind of the obvious one, I guess. I would like to see. I had someone in mind now, but they're gone.
Okay.
Oh, Thor. I like Thor, or like
Right.
Loki. Maybe just like illusions type kind of character. I wish I was good at fighting games, because I was watching this trailer and I was like, man, this is super cool for a game that like I don't know how to play.
Yeah. Well, I'm pretty sure the next round of reveals will be around the corner eventually. Either the next Sony State of Play or even the next fighting game. Just event where they can drop a trailer. But Mark, definitely something you're looking forward to. Any closing thoughts on at least the Unbreakable X-Men from what we've seen so far?
Closing thoughts, like after seeing some of the gameplay too, it feels like they did listen to some of the feedback that they got. Like a lot, like I think from one of the things I saw, like you can or like assists, like when they come out, it's faster, and like combos will be a bit better to manage, or better to manage, and just overall, like it seems like they are listening, which is great. And like when the last time I was on here, I was very skeptical on this, because like I thought it wasn't going to release this year, but to see that it is going to release this year and that they are making changes based on feedback, I think it's pretty great.
Yeah. Looks good. Can't wait for the next reveals. And to round off the Sony State of Play, we did have the God of War Trilogy remake announced by Kratos' original actor, T.C. Carson, which, boys, I can listen to T.C. Carson read books.
Yeah, he's so good.
Please read books.
Yeah.
Audiobooks. Honestly, the God of War block didn't really do anything for me, but T.C. Carson did everything for me. So, Julian, does the Trilogy remake announcement do anything for you?
Yeah, I mean, I'm more so just curious on whether it's going to be like a full, because the term like remake and reimagine is such a coin toss these days. Like whether it's just like a graphics uplift or whether it's like a ground up kind of like completely from the ground up like made. So I'm just curious what they're gonna do with it. Like God of War Trilogy infers. Are they going to sell it separately? Is it going to be sold as like a package? I don't know. There's a lot of questions about it, but I guess like it's so early in the development that they're probably not going to be answering any of that for a while.
Yeah.
Like it being a remake is like very interesting to me.
Yeah, same.
Just because I'm curious on what gameplay they're going to use.
Oh. Yeah, like because like are they gonna go back to like I assume they're gonna stick closer to the original trilogy, but the sequel duology I guess is really popular and a lot of like people, at least I guess like younger gamers would have been introduced to God of War through that series. So I'm curious if they maybe harken to that a little bit more, but I don't know. Like I guess there's so many question marks with what this actually is.
Yeah. Right.
So I guess we'll see.
Yeah. If it was just called a remaster, I would 100% expect it to play like the original.
Yeah.
Right. Yes.
But that word remake is doing a lot of heavy lifting here.
In terms of speculation, yeah.
Yeah, because like when you think of Final Fantasy VII, right? Final Fantasy VII as a remake, like it is a completely different gameplay style as the original Final Fantasy VII. So like it wouldn't be out of the it wouldn't be a 0% chance that this could be a completely different type of gameplay. But I mean, I know that would probably upset a lot of people that are, because there are diehards for the original trilogy and kind of like don't like the sequel duology. So I don't know. I guess we'll see.
But yeah, and to close it off, there was a hot drop, shadow drop of God of War: Sons of Sparta. This is the 2D game that's been rumored for so long now and available now on PlayStation 5, where I think this game looked a lot different than what I was expecting when, side-scrolling God of War was being talked about at length for the last, I don't know, a couple of months now that, we've heard rumors that this would be dropping. It finally did drop. And yeah, it didn't look like what I was expecting. I don't know why. Did this look okay to you, or did you have any feelings towards it?
It looked okay to me. Like it looked interesting. I don't know. I would like to play it, but it is not a priority for me to play.
But yeah, that was the Sony State of Play for February 2026. Again, good show overall. A lot beefier than I was really expecting, and I think that really set the tone for the next year, especially with some pretty big announcements. And with big announcements means, boys, of course, updates to our Fantasy Critic League, which Julian's been jumping the gun because I think he's been excited.
Well, about the one particular thing.
Where boys are bidding. We got some updates to the Real Mistake Zone League 2026. We got some points on the board with our boy Matt. Matt, Mario Tennis Fever right now has given you 6 points. Is that 6 points higher than you thought it would be getting you?
Honestly, that's about like 4 points higher than I thought I was going to get from that. So.
And then, of course, we got 4 bids processed this week. Additions to the rosters. Sega 2, aka my publication or publisher, got Star Wars Galactic Racer. And I think the biggest quote-unquote winner this week, Julian, with 3 games to his roster, Control Resident. And he outbid me for Castlevania, Belmont's Curse, and Mina the Hollower.
No.
Dope. I mean, these are like risky picks, because I originally had Control Resident on my list when we were kind of picking these games, but I was unsure whether it's going to come out this year, and I'm still not entirely like confident it might not. Same with Castlevania, Belmont's Curse, like, and Mina the Hollower kept getting delayed and keeps getting delayed. So I don't know. There's a part of me that's like, this is risky. I should probably drop these, but then there's a part of me that's like, whatever. I'll just write it out.
At least they did say spring 2026, so there's at least hope there for Mina the Hollower.
Yeah.
Also,
could be points, Julian.
Can I ask?
What's up, Mark?
How much did everyone bid on? Because I have some gripes.
Okay.
Because I also bid on Star Wars Galactic Racer. I also bid on Mina the Hollower, and I also and I also bid on Castlevania Belmont's Curse. And I don't think it's fair that all of you guys stole my bids from me.
You got super outbidden.
Oh my god.
My strategy has always been like, if this is a game I don't think anyone else cares about, I just put in $1. And usually that's fine. But when it's like, okay, I feel like some people are gonna bid on this, I usually throw in like 10. I think I threw in 10 for all of these. I think. I can't remember.
Okay.
Well, you currently have $80 in your
maybe not.
in your bank.
Math doesn't add up,
Julian. Mark, I'll be honest. I went with 5 for all of them.
Okay.
So
I guess I just went too low.
If you didn't put 5.
So for Mina though, I did put 10 for Mina the Hollower. So I don't know.
That doesn't make. I feel like I did 10 for Mina the Hollower as well. So like, is there like a tiebreaker thing?
I think it's whoever bid on it first.
Okay.
If it has the same.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fair.
So if Julian went,
but
10,
also unfair. But okay, whatever.
I might be showing my hand here, but I put 5 for everything. So 5 for Mina, 5 for Castlevania, 5 for Star Wars.
Okay, well, congratulations.
Then I only need 6 in the future to be.
Yeah, exactly. And then I'll just
seven in the
need
future.
8. Yeah, okay,
7 or 12.
I said last week I felt like I overbid on Danganronpa 2x2 at 12, and since then I was maybe
that's
12,
a crazy
going 12 for a game.
12
That's a crazy
12 is
bid.
insane.
That's $1 bid, Jaren.
I don't know why I thought I was like 12 makes sense for Danganronpa, and then no one else bid on it.
Jared, I was gonna go in on that for like $2. 1 with 3.
I overpaid $9 for that or so. But yeah, I think in terms of upcoming releases, Resident Evil Requiem will be end of the month, and then Pacopia, and then 1348 X Photo afterwards. But boys, that was our Real Mistake Zone League update for this week. I guess next update, unless someone bids next week, of course, will be I guess when Resident Evil comes out, and I get some points on the board then. But boys, this has been a Beefy Boy episode, but we can't leave yet. We still have the Don't Match Me challenge, which is where at the end of the show every week, one of us will bring forth 5 questions. And all you have to do, our friends listening at home, is to come up with an answer that doesn't match our own. If you want to do the normal mode, just simply don't match my answer. But if you want to try the extra spicy adobo version this week, try not to match Matt, Julian, and Mark as well. And of course, since this is a audio journal, if there is a question you might not know the answer to, feel free to pause, look it up, and hopefully whatever you look out doesn't match what I say. And of course, since this was the Sony State of Play for February 2026, I have to go with the PlayStation. I was going to do a PS1, but I'll admit, boys, Marvel Token Fighting Souls left a really good impression for me. So we'll just go general PlayStation Don't Match Me challenge for the week. Starting off real easy. Boys, when I think of the PlayStation, I think of our boy Crash Bandicoot. So right off the bat, name any Crash Bandicoot game. Name any Crash Bandicoot game. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boys, if you said the 2000 party game Crash Bash, you're out.
Son of a bitch.
I'm sorry, Matt. So Matt, are you attending this Crash Bash with me?
Yeah, I am definitely attending this Crash Bash. I think Crash Bandicoot has always had very good titles, and I think Crash Bash was one of my favorites.
Good game. Julian, which Crash game did you have on your mind?
You know, I had to pick Crash Team Racing.
Damn. I would have been out either way.
Good answer. Mark, what was your Crash title?
Honestly, as someone who never really played the mainline Crash games, although I did play Team Racing, the one that really stood out to me was the Wrath of Cortex. I don't know why that's the only one that I remember.
Is that the third
I
one?
feel like no, that was on the PlayStation 2. Yeah.
Oh, was it only PS1?
No, any Crash game.
Okay.
But yeah, I think for me personally, Crash 3 is the de facto one I think of, other than Crash Bash, because I love the name Crash Bash. But moving on, question 2. Of course, when I think Crash, I think about our purple dragon friend Spyro. So same question in the same vein. Name any Spyro the Dragon game. Name any Spyro the Dragon game. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Friends, if you said Spyro 2, Ripto's Rage, you're out.
Ooh.
How about you, Matt?
I went with Spyro Year of the Dragon because I always like that naming convention and play.
It's a good name.
Yeah,
that
is a good name.
Julian?
Spyro doesn't have a racing game, so I just went with Skylanders, Spyro's Adventure. Does that count? I'm not sure if that's like a...
Yeah, no, that was
fine. Spyro did have a racing game.
Yeah.
Or was it just in a racing game?
Yeah. I'll count it. Man, Skylanders. Man, those Toys to Life games, that whole generation.
How's your guys' amiibos doing?
Man.
I just invited Tulin to my Animal Crossing.
Oh, nice.
Using my Link amiibo.
Nice. Good one.
But Mark, which Spyro game was on your mind?
I actually thought of A Hero's Tale, only because I love the naming convention on that.
That's a good name.
Yeah.
That's a good name. Oh, man. So, with PlayStation, boys, for some reason, I think about snowboarding games when it comes to the PlayStation 1. So, name any game from the PlayStation 1 that had snowboarding in it. Name any game with snowboarding on the PlayStation 1.
On the PlayStation 1?
Yes.
I guess. I can only think of one, but let's do it.
Same. But there have been multiple. There have been multiple.
Okay, let me know when you guys are good.
Yeah.
Okay. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I had a gotcha answer, but if I had to go with my childhood, I thought of Cool Borders 2. Which snowboarding game did you think of?
I was trying to go with like a non-obvious answer because I could only think of one answer. So I looked it up. I ended up with MTV Sports Snowboarding.
Oh man, those MTV Sports Extreme Sports games. Julian, what was your snowboarding game?
I assume this was your gotcha. I don't know, but literally the only snowboarding PlayStation game I can think of is Final Fantasy VII.
Yep, that was definitely going to be my gotcha answer.
Oh.
But had to go with Cool Borders. Mark, what was your PlayStation 1 snowboarding game?
So the only one that I thought of, and I totally forgot about Cool Borders, which was weird, but the only one that I know of was called Trickin', only because I got it at a gas station for like $5.
Incredible. Good pull. And for question 4, I know this was going to be our PlayStation 1 centric one, but boys, I like how the Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls roster is shaping up. So simply put, name any of the revealed Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls characters. Name any one of the 11 revealed Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls characters. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boys, if you said magic, you're out.
Ooh.
Friends, I love how Tokon Magic looks.
Oh,
I'd watch her anime. Not who'd you say?
I picked the risky pick considering you're the one hosting this because I went with Iron Man. Because I just wanted to say I think they did Iron Man kind of dirty on that like skin screen when they showed classic Iron Man, basically beside like really fancy Doctor Doom.
I like how now do you like Gundam Iron Man for Tokon?
I like Gundam Iron Man for Tokon.
Yeah. Okay. Looks good. Julian, who was your pick?
I was gonna do Magic, but I knew you were gonna pick Magic. So
damn, you know me too well, Julian.
So I switched to Captain America.
Okay. Julian, what do you think of Steve Rogers coming back for Doomsday?
I don't know. I mean, they're bringing everybody back, so
fair. And Mark, who was your pick?
Gotta go with my best girl, Storm.
Good pick. Mark, I asked you before, but I'll ask you again. How much screen time will each character get in Doomsday?
Oh man, it's really hard to say. I don't think like the X-Men or the mutants. I don't think they're going to get much screen time. I think it's just they're all just there for the nostalgic factor. I think they're just going to try to establish the characters they want to promote or they want to have in movies going forward, and then just have the legacy characters be there as support.
Right. Okay.
But I don't know who the team is going forward, so.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll probably watch it still. But question 5, of course, I'm going to ask this. Friends, name any PlayStation console, and this will include. I'll throw everyone a bone. This can include like the slim variations as well. So, name any PlayStation console in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boys, I'm gonna say the console I'll probably never be able to afford in the PlayStation 5 Pro. What was your answer?
I went with the fat PS2.
Ooh, good console. Julian?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if this is a hot take, but I picked the best one, the PlayStation Vita.
Nice.
That's a good one. And Mark, close it off.
I chose the older, fatter, balder PlayStation Portable.
The one with like the weird
the Go disc or whatever. Or...
Yeah, and then people used to hang it around their neck around school and play music.
Oh man,
I like the PSP.
Boys, I was going through my drawers the other day, and of course my original PSP's battery exploded or expanded, so I don't know what I should do with it. I'm pretty sure that thing doesn't work anymore. My Vita.
Was it like swollen? I know that does happen.
Yep.
Oof, that's not good. Get rid of that.
Yeah, it's gonna explode, dude.
I should get rid of that before it explodes. But boys, that was the Don't Match Me challenge this week. Hopefully you all survived, and that was a really Sony-rific episode of The Mistake Zone this week. Of course, I got to thank my Adobois for joining me this week. Matt Alba for, of course, joining me and editing this podcast. Thanks, Matt.
Yo, thanks, man. And of course, I want to thank you, as always, Jaren, for hosting this episode and, bringing us some Filipino foods to not commiserate. Would that be the right word? Over.
It's cool.
Debate over. There's a much more simpler word.
I'm hungry now. But I got to thank my boy Julian for joining me this week. And still looking forward to recording the next Silent Hill episode.
Yeah,
thanks, Julian.
Just let me know when. I'm ready. I'll get my notes. I'll have to remember everything, but
same. And finally, got to thank Mark for not only waking up this week, but also using up one of his contractually obligated appearances on The Mistake Zone. Thanks, Mark.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, man. And Matt, I think next week we'll have to bully Rakush into the Gacha Apocalypse if he chooses to be on, because I've been playing a lot of Gacha. And I've been rolling a lot of Gacha as well. But I want to thank Kenna for putting up with us mistaking her for Cameo or whatever that game was. I want to thank Storm. I want to thank Magic. I want to thank Danger. I guess I have to thank Wolverine at this point too. I want to thank Towns. I want to thank Falls. I want to thank that F in Silent Hill, doing some heavy lifting there. And I want to thank Seasig, because that's the real winner here. But Matt, please take it away.
This has been Mistake Zone, and we're all out of Chicharon.